I've missed you so much. I am so excited even to be with you virtually this week. And if you take a look, I have one of my very favorite music books of all time. It is called Never Play Music Right Next to the Zoo. That might be backwards for you. I'm not sure. But when you see this book, it is written by one of my favorite authors who wrote the remarkable Farkle McBride, which I'm sure we'll get to hear some point this year. But this is one of his newer books that he did, and we're going to take a look at this book. And actually, we have Mr. John as our special guest who's going to read the book for us today. And you will hear the instruments play that go along with the book. And so pick out and listen for your favorite instrument that you hear. Also, I want to remind you that you can explore my Bitmoji classroom, my virtual classroom, and click on the different links this week. There's some games, some fun activities that you can do with the drums and the piano and have lots of fun with that. I hope you have a great week and you enjoy Never Play Music Right Next to the Zoo. Here we go.
I went to a concert when I was a lad, no older than many of you. I sat with my sister, my mother, my dad, at a band shell right next to the zoo. The soft summer air was so balmy and sweet, and the program was running so long that I found myself falling asleep in my seat, despite all the music and song. All at once the conductor erupted with rage. A band of wild animals was storming the stage. Oh children, remember, whatever you may do, never play music right next to the zoo. They'll burst from their cages, each beast and each bird, desperate to play all the music they've heard. The lions and the elephants, the bears and the raccoons, will steal away the trumpets, the flutes and bassoons, replace the musicians and chase them away. Then they'll sit in the band shell and pray. The monkeys played fiddle, the bison played bass, the percussions were manned by the camel. The yak played the sax until red in the face, a surprisingly musical mammal. The bonobo played oboe, the ferret, the flute, the jackal attacked the bassoon. The hippo had chosen the tuba to toot by the light of the silvery moon. Siberian tigers, Mongolian goats, a superabundance of bestial notes. Oh, children, remember, whatever you
Find
may
yourself a drum.
never play music right next to the zoo. They'll burst from their cages, each beast and each bird, desperate to play all the music they've heard. The lions and the elephants, the bears and the raccoons, will steal away the trumpets, the flutes and the bassoons, replace the musicians and chase them away. And then they'll sit in the band shell and play. As the animal orchestra filled up the air with chaos, confusion, and clatter, the audience calmly continued to stare as if nothing at all was the matter. I trembled with terror, suppressing a scream while my parents just sat there enraptured. Oh, how I wished it was only a dream and those creatures all safely recaptured. But since, by the minute, I'd grown less afraid, I decided to sit back and watch while they played. then bowed and descended the stage. Each shed his tuxedo or evening gown and hurried back home to his cage. Then each reminisced, so grateful and glad, so full of contentment and pride. My mother, meanwhile, strolled away with my dad, but my sister remained by my side. She tugged on my sweater and spoke in my ear. "You'd better wake up or we're leaving you here." Oh, children, remember, whatever you may do, never play music right next to the zoo. They'll burst from their cages, each beast and each bird, desperate to play all the music they've heard. No, never play music right next to the zoo. And pay strict attention to rule number 2. Bear it in mind for the rest of your days. Don't fall asleep when an orchestra plays.
All right, that is fantastic. Now, not only did that showcase a lot of different instruments within it, but it also talked a little bit about concert etiquette. And so you want to remember, if you're listening, and hopefully one day we'll be back going to concerts and listening to those musical events, of how to be a proper audience member, to listen, to wait, to clap at the end when the performance is over. You don't hoop and holler like you're at a football game, right? It's different. And you don't want to do anything to disturb your neighbor so they can enjoy what you're listening to. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this musical story today. Enjoy the Bitmoji Classroom. Explore with that a little bit this week. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Keep healthy and safe, and we will see you next week for another time of Music with Miss C. Bye, guys.